Hi guys, it's Emil, and this week's topic is hospitals, doctor's visits, gynecologists, all that kind of stuff. And some of the other guys have already talked about their experiences with hospitals and doctors and people in the medical profession. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about dysphoria when going to the doctor. So obviously it's a delicate situation because you don't know who's gonna be trans-friendly, you don't know who's gonna be transphobic unless it's like a doctor that's like explicitly trans-friendly. But it can be a very delicate situation, and it can be a situation in which you might consider not going to the doctor and avoiding going to the hospital even though you have some problem or you're hurt in some way, just because you don't want to deal with the dysphoria and the anxiety and possibly even like panic attacks that can come from putting yourself in that situation where you might have to do a lot of explaining, like if your gender marker doesn't fit the way that you present, if you're like on hormones or something, or if your name isn't the right one, or just all this kind of stuff that can be difficult no matter where you are in your transition. I wanna like try to motivate people to try to tackle that situation anyway. I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying it's something that you can always do alone, because I know that it can be really hard to deal with anxiety and panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and having to deal with these situations, and especially when you're already bothered or in pain by something, you know, because there's a reason you're going to the hospital. You might not want even more pressure put on yourself by putting yourself in that situation. But thing is, like, you gotta take care of yourself, you gotta take care of your body, because even if you don't like your body the way it is right now, or even if you don't like your body at all, it is the basic template that you're gonna be stuck with for the rest of your life. Like, this is your flesh vessel, and even if you're gonna do some surgery on it later, or if you're gonna go on hormones later and you're not on hormones now, it's still the same basic template. It's still the same basic body that you're always gonna have for the rest of your life. So you should take care of it, and I think you'll thank yourself in the future if you really try to bite the bullet as much as you can and go. If you have a problem, go. Ask a supporting friend or family member to come with you and tell them this might be a delicate situation for you. You might need a lot of validation afterwards. Make sure they're a really loving, affectionate person. Take them with you. Go, just get the shit done, and then get really validated as much as you can before and afterwards, and just like try to get it done. And also, one tip I have for like, I guess, dealing with dysphoria in general is I try to tackle it when I'm not in a situation where it's being like thrown at me. So if I'm feeling, not when I'm feeling super dysphoric and not when I'm feeling super good and validated either, but when I'm like somewhere in the middle and I feel like it could go either way, sometimes I'll consciously do something that I know would normally like trigger my dysphoria to an extent, and I will do it while validating myself. So for example, sometimes when I paint my nails, I look at my hand and I think it looks super feminine, and it just rubs me the wrong way because right now I'm trying to like overcompensate. It's like my masculinity is fragile. Not as fragile as some cishet guys' masculinity, but still fragile. It shouldn't be a gendered thing to paint your nails or wear a certain kind of clothing or anything, you know what I mean. But it's still like society, my brain is brainwashed, tells me nails, paint, well, feminine. Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is like I'll do that, or I'll put on some makeup, or I'll take off my shirt and look at my chest in the mirror, and I'll look myself in the eye and I'll tell myself I am a man, or you are a man, or whatever statement feels best right then. So like I'm looking right at the dysphoria and I'm saying, no, shut up, sit down, wait your turn. I'm trying to distance myself from the dysphoria by treating it like an annoying, yelling little child that I have to take care of and that I have to manage, and I know better because I'm the adult and that's just a kid, and that child doesn't know as much as I do, and it's just yelling, and it's just being annoying, and it's just in my face all the time. So sometimes I just gotta tell it to shut down, sit up, shut up, sit down, calm yourself. I'm not saying this always works. I'm not saying this is gonna work for everyone. This is just like a little suggestion, a little tip. Because when I do that, I feel like later when somebody misgenders me or my dysphoria is triggered in the world in some other kind of way, I can look right at it and I can say, not always, but sometimes I can say, no, shut up, sit down, wait your turn, calm yourself, and just like shove it aside forcefully by validating myself and just saying, I am a man regardless of you. That might help. I don't know. I hope it helped somebody. This video is getting a little bit too long, so I'm gonna stop now. Have a great weekend. Hope you've had a great week. Have a great next week. I love you. Bye.